Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is our third episode, which will be another football one, and then hopefully we're going to have a special guest on next week, doing a football one, and then we're going to do a live one as well. So we'll have a live one out.
Exciting.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Exciting, isn't it?
So we're now just not a football podcast. We'll be doing something else as well.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get on. We've got kind of a itinerary, if you like, of things we're going to do today. Have a bit more of a system, so you can tune in, listen to our opinion on one thing, and then hopefully stay and listen to the rest. But yeah, we'll have kind of a bit of a system. So we'll start.
First one touch on. The obvious one.
Well, yeah, where were we at? We were sat in a.
Where were we?
We were sat in the airport.
Amsterdam airport.
Had a €26 pizza and pizza and
most
pasta.
Expensive bowl of pasta they got ever had.
And we had it on the old stream, didn't we?
Yeah, we had it on the stream.
And there were some City fans in the airport actually, and we knew that City had scored first before they.
Yeah, they were celebrating.
And they were celebrating,
talking about it, and they're celebrating 5 seconds after.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's why we tuned into it. Caught the majority of it, didn't we?
Yeah, caught the first half and a little bit of the second half, but we're not really.
Yeah.
Well, football fans, but we're not either. No, not City, so we're not keen. Like sat there in the security.
We didn't we didn't. We put time aside, if you like, to watch it. None of us would.
First half. Well, you missed the bloody Calafiori goal.
The Calafiori goal, yeah.
Screamer.
Can't remember what I was doing.
Controversial one though. We're not letting Walker get back to his position. I just think it's play on. Like if you think, well, to be fair, the ref called him over, and then let play go on. Should he let him go back to? City had enough men back to be switched on, and I'm sorry, but Walker got back to his man, Martinelli. Martinelli had a few touches, and then knocks it back, and Calafiori knocks it in. So to me, it's a very, very wishy-washy excuse for.
Yeah, I think it was given. If that's given and brought back, that is it's one of them ones where you're seriously questioning it. With it not being brought back, he'd be very, very. You've got to appeal it, but you'd be a very lucky man for him to say, "Oh, you weren't in your position." We'll just. And I mean, you'd be chalking off arguably the goal of the season, wouldn't you? So,
let's see, come on now.
With the stakes as well.
It was a good goal. It was his full debut, wasn't it? Calafiori's first full debut.
I don't think he's
from a left back, of course it is. Well, he's a centre half, isn't he? But...
Oh yeah. And then in terms of the stakes as well. I mean, you see good goals maybe with your Leicester Brighton or whatever. When someone decides to hit one from the halfway line or whatever. But I think to try that not try it, but to master it.
To go for it, it away, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what you mean, but
maybe not goal. It's
a good finish, but they parked the bus the rest of the game. They had 11 men behind the ball, and it's one way of playing, but it's not. No. It's not the way you should. I don't know.
Well, I was actually quite interested to see. Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, that Bernardo Silva, I think it came out and said. We always have a bit of a better game with Liverpool because they actually go and try and win the game. Which is obviously a bit of, throwing shade, a bit of Arteta. But I mean, I remember watching games in the past as well. I mean, if that's the way you play as a top team, it's going to get you so far. But I mean, what is it, 98th minute? And
98th minute
you're defending since the what?
If you're defending from the fucking 40th minute, you should be seeing that game. Especially when you've got that many men behind the ball. There's no way.
No. Well,
it was a sloppy goal to concede. The
snippet I caught as we were not taking off, but as we were kind of taxiing before takeoff, literally 11 men behind the ball.
Yeah.
And City were playing it sideways. I think it came into Kovacic and and then he played it back out. And Arsenal weren't even particularly pressing them out. You kind of see them come out. There was none of that. It was just literally 11 men behind the ball. And just
get ball, get rid. It was Sunday League level of football, and he worked well. He worked on paper, but they complained about how much stoppage time there was. But how many times was it like 11 seconds or something stupid? I seen a statistic on
Ray was on the deck and all
at work. It was what was it? It was like in the league this season, Arsenal have had the most time with the ball. It's like 34 seconds. They've had wasted time pretty much.
And David Raya loves it, doesn't he? Coming catching it and going down.
Oh, he's worse than Pickford for it, man.
I mean, it's horrible as a fan, even just watching the game. I mean, I wanted to see what the game was about, and I'm interested in the scoreline. Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I don't know if we'll quite be challenging for the league. But it's a big game, and in the season, whatever, from whatever fan you are. And you don't want to be seeing the ball in play like 70 minutes.
I understand they had a man sent off as well, but same again.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The stupidest part was that Declan Rice does it a couple of weeks before, and then Trossard does it more blatantly.
I know.
Right in front of the ref, and it's like, have you not learned your lesson the first time? Obviously. Of course, you're gonna get penalised for it. So he was rightfully sent off, I thought.
Yeah.
But
I'd love to have a big old discussion about it. But in my opinion, we agree that I think you're silly to be doing it, like you said.
Yeah, it's in the way the game's gone now. You can't kick the ball away like that. You're always going to get a yellow card, no matter 100%. If it's the 90th minute or the first. It doesn't matter. And
I'll almost actually like referees kind of having that. I don't think it's particularly right, but we talk about consistency. Rice got sent off, second year. Trossard the same.
Yeah, it's first time a little bit of consistency with it, but I'm glad they're getting penalised for it though, because the amount of times you see these players wasting time, they're going down injured, and they're not injured. They're just wasting time. That's the best part. However, you can obviously there's a Rodri we'll touch on, but that's a bit of a different scenario when you go off injured. Your best player goes off injured in the first 15 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
However, I'm glad they're getting penalised, because rightfully so. Because you want to see the game get on with the game,
and also it's a little bit of I cried wolf as well sometimes. I mean, I don't even know. I'm not even too sure if it was you or one of the other lads we went to Amsterdam with that said, "Oh, get up," and then what's he done? Tore his ACL.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a little boy cried wolf. So all of a sudden, you keep going down every 10 minutes. A player goes down for City every 10 minutes, then when someone does go down, everyone's like, "Oh, get up," and then stretch it off. Or whatever.
It's when they go down. But then they make sure the medical team doesn't come on, so they don't have to go off for 30 seconds or whatever it is. They know what they're doing, but the only way you can't really penalise it unless it's obvious, like Trossard's and Rice's. But the big one from that game, Rodri.
Yeah, massive.
Do you think that sways the league? Do you think that puts the odds in Arsenal's favour after getting a draw at the Etihad? Does it make Liverpool? Does it put Liverpool in the front runners? I know they lost to Forest, but beating Bournemouth 3-0, beating Milan as well away.
Yeah, well,
looking strong again.
I don't think that. I think Rodri is a massive player, and he's a key player for City. I just don't think that. I think City are a strong enough side that I think in other seasons we've spoken about. I know obviously Haaland's bagging them for fun now, but there's years gone by where every player on the team has had goal contributions. You've even against Arsenal, you've got Stones. I understand it's a bit different coming up. I just think that every player in that team has a job, but it's not just Rodri doesn't just do his job. He contributes to different parts of the game. So I think that he'll be a massive.
I think Rodri's City's best player.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
Yeah.
However, if you actually look this season, they've won the first 3 without him. Because he's been injured from.
That's what I was going to touch on as well. I'm going to say they've done it without him for the first couple. I just think that they're too strong in that. I know obviously they're not going to have a direct replacement. They definitely don't have a direct replacement. But I mean, De Bruyne's not even playing.
Yeah, that is it. I think
he's not even. And that he obviously provides something a lot different to Rodri. Rodri's a bit of a powerhouse in the midfield, but I don't know. I just don't see it.
I think maybe in the early doors you can afford to not have your best players, but it's when it gets later on when the more experienced players like your Rodri
and you obviously wanting to compete. Done it. Yeah, you want to compete in the Champions League as well, aren't they? Again,
yes.
It's going to be massive. I think Liverpool play Real Madrid and then City within 4 days. I'm not too sure what City's fixtures are, but I mean it's going to be something similar, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're going to be playing a top team away, and you're going to be coming back to the Etihad, and then you're going to be playing Liverpool. So I mean. I think that time will tell. Let's hope. I mean, I don't wish injury upon anybody. Let's hope it's not something that will be the whole season. But I mean, from some of the kind of reports that I've heard, I don't know when he'll be back.
Rodri.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I think he'll miss the rest of the season. They're trying to play it off as a ligament injury and whatever. But let's be real, he's not going to be back this season.
And And also, I mean, it all kind of intertwines as well. Are you looking in January? Is a player coming in January?
Oh, of course. Exactly. They're going to bring someone in.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking in terms of the financial fair play as well, the 115 charges. I wonder if that'll play a part.
I don't think so, because they can get someone on a free or whoever.
Something, yeah.
Someone will want to come because they'll know that when we get minutes.
Probably.
And they've just signed back Gundogan. So that's an interesting one, but he can't really do what Rodri can do, even though he's a good player.
No.
But it's kind of ironic, isn't it? Rodri getting injured after his comments that we touched on in the last episode. Talking about too many games, causing to injuries. Then you see it with Ter Stegen as well, doing his patella for Barcelona, a key player who's been, I think he was in a bit of hit and miss form for them. But even still, it kind of shows the more and more injuries are getting picked up. You see Varane, he's just retired as of the day we're recording this.
Yeah.
He's just retired today at 31 from injuries. He was absolutely riddled with them at Man United.
Yeah.
So it just kind of go back to that to the point we were saying about our players overplayed, and I don't know.
I don't know. I think again it's ironic, isn't it, that Rodri was one of the ones. I mean, the first kind of one to speak out, and funnily enough, Ter Stegen as well. With Courtois, obviously, to come out as well.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper and said, I mean, personally. And I don't know many kind of goalkeepers as friends either, so I wouldn't know particularly. But you'd think that there's not as much that can particularly go wrong. And a lot of the time the longevity of the career is a little bit longer. With Buffon playing until goodness knows how old,
41, 42.
Yeah. But you do just think, don't you, in terms of these injuries that especially take people out for seasons, or 5-6 games in now for Rodri, all in. And you might be out for the rest of the season, and then you say about Varane, you do wonder, don't you, about
it's a weird one because I had a conversation with my dad. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
And also seeing online people saying, "Oh, but they get the physios and they get this and they get all the treatment and that." But if they're getting all this and Rodri's still tearing his ACL, Ter Stegen's still doing his patella, the other injuries, that the little nibbles that people pick up, it's like it just shows even at the top level you can have all the gear, but it doesn't prevent the injuries, and that just comes to almost being overplayed because you're playing 50-60 games at the top flight. And I've seen people make the argument as well of the lower divisions playing however many games they play, your Carlisles and whoever else. But
it's not at the same level as it's not as strong.
I don't think the level matters, because at the end of the day they're still playing professional football, and the pace of the game's different. However, you're still doing the same as the top level. You just not got the best physio in the world treating you after a match. Do you know what I mean? But I think they're still overplayed, especially the youngsters. Especially you look at Man United's team, especially an Arsenal team, one of the youngest teams in the league.
Saka, I mean, did he miss a game last year in terms of
you seen it with Pedri for Barcelona playing all them games coming through, and then he's been out for a long time.
Well, Pedri played for. Did he not play however many games for Spain and then go back out?
Yeah, Spain, Olympics, ridiculous. And all sorts, and it was stupid.
Yeah, he had 4
crazy.
days rest or something ridiculous, and then he was back out to play for Spain in the Olympics. Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous.
No, but to go back to what we were saying with Rodri, I think key player gone for the rest of the season. This will really be a test for not only Man City but Pep to see how well he can rotate, because that has been one of his hindrances almost over the years. You've seen it in the Champions League finals, rotating players when you probably shouldn't have, and overthinking things. So it'll be interesting to see how he manages the rest of the season, because to me, you lose a big player like that. It's all right saying, oh, they're losing him on the pitch, but you lose him in the dressing room. You're losing one of your most experienced players.
Outside of the pitch.
In and outside, do you know what I mean? So it'll be an interesting one to see.
I don't think it'll make much of a difference I think it'll kind of open people's eyes a little bit to the whole our players played, overplayed. I think that was the main kind of thing we touched on last week anyway. So Rodri obviously proven that, or arguably proven that players are overplayed, but I don't personally think that it makes much of a difference to the league. And I still think
it's too early to judge it, isn't it? I think it'll be later on in the year that we really see well, later on next season, next year, sorry, should I say, when we really see the impact of the key players being injured.
Yeah.
I think that kind of covers that point, to be honest. You can go around and you can talk about it all day, couldn't you? Rodri
and it's probably as well. We're probably missing out. We talk about the lower leagues. I wonder how many. We talk about Rodri, Stegen, and Courtois obviously came out, but you wonder how many people in the Championship, League One, League Two, down the lower divisions. I mean, I can think of a couple anywhere, just from Carlisle United, who players who I've hardly seen on the grass, just because of the amount of injuries they come, and then they're injury prone, but then at the same time they've been playing season on season on season for however many years, for higher teams, and they drop down the leagues. It's hard in it because a lot of people say, well, that's what they're paid to do, but yeah.
No, the result, Man United drawing. You'd seen my face after it, didn't you?
Well, again, I'm not even too sure where we were. We're in this bar in Amsterdam off this cobbled street.
Yeah, full of United fans, but one of them was a Scouser, and But anyways, United just. I always say it, and I've always said it about Liverpool and Arsenal, like the game against Forest. If United want to be challenging, like Ten Hag says he wants to be challenging for leagues and trophies, you cannot go away to Crystal Palace and not get 3 points. I don't think. I I understand it's a hard place to go to, but I don't think you can afford to drop points, especially after you're getting beat 3-0.
Yeah, you get 3-0. You're getting beat by Brighton, and then it's a fact of the fact, aren't they? Obviously, you had a decent result against Southampton, and obviously against Barnsley as well. But I mean, I don't quite think that it puts pressure again on Ten Hag, but you just wonder, don't you? You do just wonder. Like you say, if his intentions are to be challenging, they're the games, you've got to be going and, stamping your authority on the game and taking 3 points. So.
Yeah. It's definitely, it'll be interesting because they've got Spurs this weekend, which I'm sure we'll touch on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, like I said, you've got to go and you've got to get 3 points. And they didn't play particularly well. I thought Garnacho played well in a couple of them, but you can't rely on individual performances. It's a team. Obviously, Onana made a brilliant double save.
I thought Garnacho, I think
he looks good this season.
I don't think surprised me is the right word. That's what I'm going to say, surprised me. I don't think he surprised me. I think he stood out because of the rest of the players obviously weren't, at their best.
He's starting to come through, isn't he? Really finding his feet this season compared to last season. He's not as raw as he was.
No, got a bit of confidence on the ball as well. I thought. He's not afraid to take on a man, which I know is one of his traits, of course, but, he takes a man on and, he's been doing well.
This weekend, United obviously just following on from that. United play Spurs.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do a bit of a combined 11.
We are, I think.
I'll be interested to see you put in with your Liverpool bias of United, so it'll be interesting to see.
Carry nets then, yeah.
Is that who you're going for?
No.
I was going to say, it's absolutely ridiculous.
No. We'll talk about it anyway.
I'll let you say off starting 11 first.
We'll do starting 11, then we'll talk about the actual. Let me think. We'll just do, we'll play position for position. And then we can argue on, because I'm sure that I'll go on Onana and Nets. I'm sure that you'll say the same.
Yeah, Onana and Nets.
I don't think that Vicario is anywhere near. Obviously, not as
experienced. He's good, but he's not good enough.
No. I wouldn't be surprised if. Who even is Spurs number 2?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either. Martinez, Dillet, going over.
Van der Ven and Romero. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to be a little bit more biased. Obviously, Martinez was out last season and Van der Ven had a good first season. Well, he had a decent first season. Yeah. But I just think when Martinez, you've seen him in...
we'll do it off their best. We're going to have to go, fair playing field. Off their best. Martinez is better than Van der Ven at his best.
Yes.
I agree. Go for their best.
Who's you going for right back?
Ndoggy.
He's a left back. You mean right back?
Oh, sorry, right back.
There's only 2 options, really. There's Pedro Porro or there's Diego Dalot in my eyes. I don't think Mazraoui really gets
so you'd have Dalot on the right back and then play who are you playing left back?
Ndoggy.
Okay, so Ndoggy left back, so we agree on that. And then right back.
Well, if we're going off all players fit, Luke Shaw Watkins, that's him. Luke Shaw's arguably top 3 left back in the league.
Okay, yeah. So we've had a bit of a mix up here. Yeah.
And Doggy at left back.
Yeah,
because
we agree on that. So
yeah.
And
then it's either Porro or it's Dallet.
So I think Porro would play right back.
No way, man.
Yeah,
Dallet all day for me. I think he had an absolute brilliant season last year, and he's obviously out of position this season.
Back. Yeah,
but he's playing left back because we've got no left backs fit.
Right. Yeah, fair enough.
But Pedro's a good player as well.
So would you have Dallet over?
I think it'd be United back five. No, sorry, apart from Doggy, it'd be United majority.
Yeah, but so if Dalot was to play left back like he will on Sunday.
No, I'd rather run Doggy.
Right.
He's been caught out too many times. Dalot left back for me.
Yeah, I didn't matter. Yeah, Doggy left back.
What formation going for you?
We'll go 4-3 because
4-3-3. Yeah.
It might be a United clean sweep.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know about
that.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, and Manu.
He's definite. I think Manu, yes, definitely Manu. I don't think you can.
No.
You can't push him to a side at the moment. Definitely not. And I think, I don't know about you, but I think when Rodrigo Bentancur is fully fit, I think he's one of Spurs' best midfield, as well as Sarr.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
But does Maddison get a sniff in?
That's what I'd say. But
does Maddison get a sniff in?
We do it better than we're doing Luke Shaw left back.
Yeah, that's. I mean, well, he's fit at the moment, isn't he? But
yeah,
I just don't know if he gets in over Bruno Fernandes for me. Unless you put him as a false 9, but I don't think you'd do that.
If we were going all guns, I was gonna say if we got all guns blazing and you could play Fernandes and Maddison with Manu in behind, obviously it wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't.
If we were going in terms of 3 centre midfielders, if we said right, who are the 3 best midfielders between United and Spurs, I would have went Maddison over Bentancur over any of Man United's midfielders apart from Bruno and Manu.
Yeah, I'd probably agree.
Or if we were going an actual team that I think would win, I would take out Maddison and put Bentancur in and had Fernandes and Manu.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, that's fine.
You got your front 3, your left winger, your right winger, and your striker. Who are you going for? I'm interested to see this.
Okay. I'm going to put Son up top.
Okay.
Through the middle.
Right, okay.
Garnacho at left wing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anybody better.
Yeah.
I don't even think Man United have I want out right winger.
I'm crazy to say that. Amadeo goes straight in there at the moment. Absolutely. What, you take this, you've got Amadeo, Anthony.
Yeah.
Or you've got Kulusevski and Johnson. The only one who gets the sniffing from Tottenham is Kulusevski, but I don't think he's better than Amadeo. No. That's probably my bias coming in there, but I genuinely think Diallo looks unreal.
I'm flying through United's team and thinking a right winger, and every single time Diallo plays right wing. Yeah, but Anthony's not as good as Kulusevski.
No, he's not. That's what I'm just saying. Okay. And now right winger is Diallo or Anthony.
Yeah.
And then your out wingers for Tottenham are Kulusevski and Johnson. Maddison.
So you think Kulusevski's had a... Yeah. It's hard, actually.
I do like Kulusevski. I rate him. He was good at Juventus before he moved to Tottenham, but that's maybe my bias coming in, but...
I don't think Diallo's as good as Kulusevski at football. And I know that's so, like, rigid.
I don't know. I can't answer. It's hard because they're both unproven but proven at the same time. If that makes sense. I think it's one of the players where there's no clear answer. No. It definitely just comes down to preference. But striker, however, Son's obviously a centre forward. He played behind Kane for a long time.
Obviously now probably moving to the side for Solanke to come down the middle. I
forgot about Solanke actually. Yeah, but Solanke goes straight up top for me actually. I don't think I put Son in my team.
What, Solanke? But how much have you seen? What, based, just sheerly based off, solely based off?
If we're going Solanke from, if we're going last season,
we did say prime. To be fair, I think again, I'm gonna have to stick to my guns here. I have to kind of back myself here. But I'm gonna still say Son.
You say Son. In the form he's been in last season and this season, I think Solanke cleans up.
Off the back season.
Solanke cleans up.
Prime. Hugo Son. Prime. That's what we said for each position.
Well, it's not prime.
Otherwise, it was Martinez.
No,
Martinez. We're talking about so Martinez now. or
I understand what you
do
mean.
you know, I think it's very difficult. I think
Solanke still right now walks in. I think he's because he's an out and out goal scorer and out and out striker. And if you had the likes of Fernando, who's got James Madison, but Fernandez, Garnacho, and Ahmad offering to him through the middle.
I think there's been a bit of a mix up in terms of the team that would win a game. The team that would win the game is probably more likely to be yours. What I've went with is the best position, the best player
in that position. Yeah,
which I know. I think it happens on Sky Sports every time when they do a combined 11. You think, oh yeah, but you've got I don't know, you've got a striker, but I know Salah would do better at striker. Well, no, that's not the case because I don't know, an out and out striker. Salah might be a better player, but would he be better at striker? I think it's just a bit different, isn't it? It's the same with Madison. Madison, Fernandez, and Mainu. That's not a winning midfield.
No, however, it's not. It's too
Madison, Fernandez, and Mainu. I'd say the best three midfielders between the three.
Yeah, so I don't think Haaland does actually get a sniff in. Really, I don't think even
no Pedro Porro
enough yet. And I don't think
the reason I put Pedro Porro in over Dalot is because I was thinking of Dalot as the left back.
So I've got three Tottenham players in mind.
Yeah, I don't know how many I've got.
4 or 5, I'd say.
And Doggy, Madison, Son.
Yeah, so you got 4.
And Kulusevski. I was
so 5. So
5 is,
it'll be interesting to see on Sunday. I back United, I think. I do think I think I back United at home.
It'd be such an United thing to do, wouldn't it?
Get beat, yeah, it would be. Yeah. But I think they have to win. Well, like I say, with every game, they have to win, of course. I want them to win. But I think United I think it'll be 2-1, I'm predicting, I think.
Oh, pardon me, I was going to say score prediction. I'm loving a draw at the moment. I think there'll be goals 2-2.
Do you think?
Yeah. I don't see it. I don't know. Again, to be fair, actually, I need to maybe watch a bit more of Spurs. I haven't particularly seen Spurs an awful lot.
He's an interesting one. Ange Postecoglou or Erik ten Hag?
Ooh. Some thinking time here, some silence.
If they were to take the team that you've just picked win.
To win?
Yeah. To win whatever, a trophy or whatever, who do you think you're backing to get them over the line? Because they're both solid teams.
Yeah.
They both strengthen each side, but who do you back?
Postecoglou.
You think?
Yeah. Solely because there's nothing particular that he's done wrong yet. You know,
what's Ten Hag's done wrong?
Well, yeah, I know.
Compared to Postecoglou.
Well, I mean, Ten Hag's won more trophies in terms of his time at United and Postecoglou's time at Spurs. You know, and I don't think. I mean, there's a couple more seasons Ten Hag's had. I just think that I don't know. Again, a bit of Liverpool bias against Ten Hag, but
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I'd listen. I think the conversation around Erik ten Hag is definitely a big looming factor that I could see us in a few weeks getting touched on massively if the results don't go United's way. However,
do you think that the results that you've had as a United fan, I know it's just completely off topic, and we will move back over.
To me, it's Erik ten Hag just beat the best team in the world on paper.
Yeah.
To win the biggest domestic trophy in England.
And then you came back and then to the Premier League and lost to Brighton, Liverpool, and drew with Crystal Palace. But he's obviously beaten Man City on the day, there and then. Like you beat them. You beat them.
Liverpool going into it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If you're not winning, it's probably Ten Hag.
Okay.
Postecoglou. But
yeah, Postecoglou obviously did it with
the Australian League or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and Celtic, of course.
Yeah, but speaking of management and whatever else, Everton, as we speak today, they've just been signed by the Friedkin Group or whatever they're called.
I'm not too sure. I'll
probably try and get the news article up that I was reading earlier on today.
Yeah.
More of an insight on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how relevant this will be in the next. I think will the podcast come out on Friday? So I'll be listening on Friday.
Yeah, I think it's relevant. I think especially with the new stadium coming in.
I mean, in terms of how relevant the ownership is relevant now. But I just mean in terms of will the owners change the manager as well? With Everton's current form.
If you're an Everton fan, who would you want to come in? I've seen a funny video on Twitter from the Everton, whatever it is on Twitter when they're doing the social hosting or whatever. I can't mind the name of it. And they're all biting each other's heads off as hot manager. So who would you actually...
I don't know.
If you're an Everton fan...
I don't know who was in the manager market.
Of the league, who would you...
I don't
realistically...
know, Big Sam Allardyce.
Yeah. You actually think Sam Allardyce...
No, obviously not. Do a job? I'm trying to think because that's what the manager market is that who at the moment. I actually think no, obviously not Sam Allardyce. I'm taking the absolute mick. But Sean Dyche is currently the manager, and if Sean Dyche wasn't currently the manager, you say, "Oh, Sean Dyche would do a job with that team." You know,
Southgate
get them playing. I mean, I seen that. That's what I was going to touch on before, but I don't know how relevant and not relevant. I don't know how credible that is. I've literally saw
but
it,
in
like
genuine,
2 hours before this.
It doesn't matter about the rumours or anything. Genuine conversation is would Southgate be able? Do you think Southgate would come in and would he get them relegated or would he pull them out of the shit with a January transfer window with new owners?
Oh well, that's a different story. Maybe he'd sign his heroes.
His fucking
John
heroes.
Henderson would come.
John Henderson would fly straight into that lineup, wouldn't he?
I genuinely don't know. Again, just Sean Dyche's football. I mean, they were flying at one point last season. I don't know.
I know, but it's a new manager bounce, isn't it? Like,
of course, it's what I'm trying to say. Southgate might get them. He might be in the right position by December. Might be in a good position. You might, after however many games, that manager kind of new manager form might last for a bit longer. I don't know, and a bit of change of scenery. I don't know particularly. I mean, how do you get Calvert-Lewin firing? I mean, that's a big question for you, isn't it? And
Calvert-Lewin, he's too injury prone. He's been passive since he wouldn't play of the month in August 3 months ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah,
but no,
I don't know enough about.
They confirmed the Fried King Group and Blue Heaven Holdings have confirmed they've reached an agreement over the terms of the sale of Blue Heaven Holdings' majority stake in Everton Football Club. Transaction is subject to regulatory approval. The spokesman said, pleased to reach an agreement to become a custodians of iconic football club, focus on approvals to complete the transaction. We look forward to providing stability to the club and sharing a new vision for it. Obviously, they've got a new stadium coming as well.
Yeah.
Could be a new championship stadium this time next year.
Not that big worrying, isn't it?
Well, it will be, but I think if Everton go down, if this new ownership...
I know, it's a Scouse. You want a derby. You even said that last week with City going down.
Yeah, I know, but if I was able to watch Liverpool play absolutely shite for 9 months and get relegated at the end of it, I'd be absolutely laughing.
Yeah, but
with the champagne out, I'll be having a party.
Not derby though. Liverpool United is like...
Yeah, there's no derby, but I get to laugh at Liverpool. Yeah. I've had, growing up right through secondary school, I have had nothing but shit because a lot of my pals are all Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
Everyone in school are Liverpool fans. There's not
there's no derby, that's what I'm trying to say. Everton, Liverpool, yeah, okay, that's a derby, but I don't have particularly any beef with Everton because I'm a Liverpool fan and the derby, that's why there's, it's a derby and there's, that's why it's fire, that's why, but...
Yeah, of course it is, but it's like
Liverpool United isn't a derby. You'd love Liverpool to go on. I'd love United.
Leeds got relegated 2 seasons ago, and United fans absolutely love it because they hate Leeds.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's the same Liverpool, if Liverpool go down, absolutely love it if they got relegated. But I actually said the other day, I don't think there'll be a single time in mine or your lifetime where United or Liverpool will get relegated. I do not think either of them will get relegated.
I don't like.
What for Liverpool?
No, United. Do you know what? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's completely different. City, you'd like City to get relegated?
Yes.
Really?
Well, I'd hope United to be straight in for Rodri and Haaland, if I'm being honest. Or someone, at least. Snap a few players.
Yeah, it's like you think about it differently. I mean, Liverpool aren't signing Calvert-Lewin, are they? Liverpool aren't signing Dele Alli.
No, what I was going to say was, if this new group that are majority stakeholders, if it backfires again, like the last owners, and you get relegated, and you've sacked your manager, and you've got a new guy in who's not good enough. Yeah, well, all of a sudden, Everton in the absolute mud. They're in the championship, and you're struggling.
Yeah,
and you really are struggling. But that's obviously all if buts and maybes.
Yeah,
and it'll all be something to touch on in hindsight.
It only just come out a couple of hours ago, hasn't it?
No, of course it has. But I think Everton, it's a touchy one. Because they need a manager in, but they don't have the team to stay up. They've still got Ashley Young and Michael Keane.
Yeah,
like that's your defence. And we've spoke about, I think it was maybe even in the first episode, about Bramthwaite coming back. I don't think Bramthwaite turns that team upside
No.
down. As good as he is, as a youngster, I don't think...
that was just a bit of Cumbrian bias, wasn't it?
No, of course it was. But it'll be interesting. They need to make some signings, and...
But you'd hope almost, you know, as a clean slate, you'd hope that Everton get a couple of signings in January. If they do get a new manager, new signings, and, you know, they push on. Yeah, again, unpopular as it might be, I wouldn't want Everton to go down.
Why though? It's like you're targeting one of your biggest rivals. Why would you not want to get relegated
this season? And that is,
I think it genuinely.
I think a lot of people would be with me. I mean, let me know in the comments. I mean, I might be, you know, I might get 100 comments of hate, but I think that a lot of Liverpool fans, unpopular opinion, might say that.
Here's the question for you: how many Everton fans do you know?
Oh, Glenn Clark.
Yeah, brilliant. Our XP teachers.
Yeah,
you're the only Everton fan you know. Whereas how many United fans do you know? How many? Yeah,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Loads. Yeah,
so, exactly. So it's like all of a sudden, if United got relegated, it'd be a different story. You'd be absolutely over the moon because you wouldn't be thinking, "Oh,
I think you've got me mixed up there."
No, because I think it comes down to you don't know. You haven't got Everton fans giving you grief when you didn't win at Goodison last season, when you got beat at Goodison Park and lost the league at Goodison Park last season. Yeah. You didn't have to worry about going anywhere and someone saying, fucking Everton.
You'd be all about United games. Yeah, exactly. So there's more reason for...
So that's why you'd probably be more arsed that Everton go down because you don't get to watch Liverpool batter them every week. Not every week, but every season.
Yeah, okay.
However, if it's United, all of a sudden, you're giving me... I'm getting absolutely hammered.
Right.
Whoever else you know is getting absolutely hammered.
The majority of my friends are United or Liverpool fans, aren't they? Which is just a sign of the times. I mean, the majority of us were born in 2005, 2006. So, I mean, all of a sudden, there you are.
Oh, United, winning a lot, weren't they? But then, if you look at it in 10 years' time, it'll probably be City. You'll see a lot more City fans and I don't know who Colin Bell is. But
well, exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah, maybe a bit of an unpopular. I get what you're saying. Actually, I didn't really understand what you meant. But yeah, if there was more Everton fans that I knew,
I think
I was getting grief when I
think so. Yeah,
okay.
I think if you lived in
Scousers would be going absolutely mental. Yeah, actual Scousers would be going, "Oh my word, what are you on about? You absolute lunatic."
Yeah,
actual is in
Evertonians. Exactly. The full works.
Yeah. Whereas as a Liverpool fan who lives in Cumbria, I mean, I don't know particularly many Everton fans. Therefore, if they got relegated, I wouldn't be particularly bothered because there's been no challenge. That's what I mean. They're not challenging for top four when Liverpool are.
Yeah.
With United, we're in similar positions. We have been for many, many years. City, United, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah, I think because let's be real. If you not got relegated, Liverpool got relegated. You would not live it down.
No,
every time I see you would get reminded that Liverpool have been relegated.
Yeah. Whereas because it's Everton, I mean, it'd be even similar if like Chelsea got relegated. I get exactly what you're saying now. Because of the teams, that are higher up or teams that are close to you. Like if I was a Brighton fan, and actually that's probably a bad example actually because they're doing quite well this last couple of years.
Who's Brighton's rivals? That's real in the Premier League.
Yeah. I just mean in terms of like
when Brighton have beat United, that's their big day out. Or beat Man United, that's a big day out.
It's huge. Yeah.
That's them kind of teams.
But you still have rivalries at the bottom, like lower down, not because of rivalries, just because of points.
Staying up, Everton Forest.
Exactly. And also, if there's history of, we relegated you or you relegated us. I mean, that's massive. It comes down to the last game of the season, and then I don't know. I can't think of an example, but Team A relegate Team B, and then the following season they're both up in the Premier League. Yeah,
5 games in. Who do you think gets relegated this season?
Oh goodness.
Tough question.
Ipswich.
Tough question to end on. You think?
Yeah, I know.
You think?
Just because I think that I think we touched on this in the first episode.
I know, but right now, after however many games in we have, 5 I think it is.
Yeah.
Who goes down? And in order, 20th to 18th.
Rock bottom.
Yeah.
Southampton. Yeah. Forest, 19th.
Forest?
Yeah, I think Forest go down. Yeah.
Really?
I thought we said this in the first episode. Maybe I'm wrong.
What's your 18th?
Ipswich. Have I missed somebody?
I think Ipswich.
Crazy.
I think Ipswich stay up.
For the first, for however...
I don't know, they're just...
maybe Leicester.
5 games. We have 5 games in.
Switch Forest with Leicester.
Well, I'm gonna actually quickly have a look.
I can have a look.
I'm gonna look at the. No, I'm just looking at the state of the league, just because it'd be interesting to see who stands where. Put this in the middle. So you've got neither. Who's at the bottom at the moment? You've got Everton, Southampton, Wolves. Do you think Everton stay up?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, unpopular. Yeah, I reckon it was because, I mean, they fought it a couple of seasons ago, and they still stayed up. I just don't see.
I think I'll have it. I'd have Southampton, Wolves, Everton.
You think Wolves go down?
I said it last season and they surprised me, but after 5 games, I've had some poor results.
Obviously just this solely. Yeah, obviously Forest are on 9 points. That's ridiculous.
Forest is at it's at 8th, and I'm sorry, but 9 points. Was it on Derby or someone got relegated with 8?
Yeah.
And I know it's obviously you've got a long way to go, but it's a difficult one to obviously predict. But I just thought I'd put you on the spot and see.
I mean,
see who'd come off the top of your head. But
Southampton last, and then Forest, Ipswich.
Yeah,
that's not any like. There's no. I genuinely don't think there's any base in that, other than just like. I don't know. I didn't even see how teams have gotten. So a lot of.
Well, it's tight at the bottom, isn't it? But it's obviously only 5 games in, and some of the teams have played the bigger teams. Not that, obviously with Brighton and whatever, and Forest. But I think it'll be 15 games. It'll be Christmas time when you'll know
we'll give it a proper.
You're struggling and you're going to be fighting to the.
Well, it might be the Forest lose. I mean, I don't even know who Forest play in the next couple of games, but again, one of those 3 points is against Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying.
Who predicted that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so all of a sudden
Forest go down and Liverpool. That's 3 points that could keep them up at the end of the season.
Yeah, it could do. Yeah,
that's what I meant with the type of games.
Yeah. It comes down to the last 3 games, and Ipswich need 3 draws, but because of Forest win at Anfield,
Well, like I said, when I say United have to go away and win at Palace, and whoever Liverpool have to beat Forest at home.
Points going to
on the flip side, if Forest go away to Anfield like they did and get 3 points, all of a sudden it gets to the end of the season. Oh, Forest stayed up. They played shite. Oh, they beat Liverpool at the start of the season. They started first 5 games in 9 points.
Or even draws as well. I don't think Palace will be anywhere near the bottom, but there's that battle in the middle, which we talked about, the middle squeeze.
Because teams obviously they can peter off, or they might pick up, or they might stay consistent. But it'll be Christmas time. I think it'll be a Christmas episode, Christmas special that we'll definitely touch on who stays up.
Yeah.
But I think that does it for today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate the support on the second and the first episode. The YouTube's now out.
I'm gonna say, get on the YouTube, Spotify, the lot. The Instagram's doing really well as well. Actually.
Instagram, TikTok, get the content pushed out, and we'll keep the videos coming. So
cheers, guys.